Hey guys, and welcome to Tnashi's Movie Corner. So for this review, I decided to go and review the original Blair Witch movie. If you haven't seen it, I've done my review for the sequel. Technically, it's a sequel. So I've done my review for that, and I hadn't seen the original, so I decided I'm going to go and check it out and see what I think about it. I mean, I'd heard a lot about it. Obviously, it kind of changed the way that a lot of the horror movie genre has been done since. So it did that. It made a whole lot of money. There was this wild kind of speculation around it. People thought that it was real, and that was a lot to do with, well, really good campaign on their part, promotion material and everything else. So, you know, there was a lot going on with this movie. And so I just, you know, having that kind of knowledge about it, but having not actually seen more than a clip or two of it, and I did know a lot of the beats, because even coming out of the other Blair Witch, I picked up on a lot of the beats of the movie. But all that being said, what did I think about it? Well, what I thought was,
hey, wait just a damn minute.
Yes, troll. I was just about to give these guys my review. What do you want?
You can't do a review of a movie of this caliber without inviting me.
Now, why would I invite you for this movie? I mean, everyone knows this is an awesome movie. I mean, come on. Just from what I said about how it kind of redefined the horror movie genre, and how, how much money it made, so much money on such a little budget, and created all this lore and everything, and so many people thought it was real. So what possible reason would I need to have you in it when all you're going to do is troll the audience like usually the movie does?
What? Because this movie does troll you. Duh.
This movie, what? How does this movie troll you?
Okay, so let's start off with the fact that you have these three unknown actors. Could be a good thing, right? But that being said, their acting's not entirely the best I've seen. I mean, it's really just passable.
What do you mean it's passable? I've seen a lot of people praise the acting in this movie. I mean, they created, you really felt like they were, afraid. They were full of this terror, and that they, were like struggling to figure out what was going on.
Yeah, you're just, you're pulling the strings there. Like, you're trying really hard. I'll give you that. But no, this acting wasn't great. No, granted, it wasn't entirely horrible, but it was just kind of there. There was no, you didn't really care that much about these characters. In fact, the only reason why you might have cared about these characters at all, because there wasn't a whole lot of depth to them, and there wasn't a whole lot of history. You didn't know much background going in. Is because of all the setup and promotion, which I agree was good, but that shouldn't affect the quality of the movie.
Okay, but this movie builds the suspense up and everything. Like, you don't know what's gonna happen next.
I'm gonna stop you right there. So, you're telling me that there was so much tension and suspense over a pile of rocks that were put together? Is that what you're telling me?
Well, okay, I mean, yeah, I get it. It's a simple thing, but it was like, because of their reactions to it and everything, like, you bought into.
No, you didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, you didn't.
What? All right, you're just gonna keep doing this, huh?
Yeah, that's kind of my thing.
Okay, fine. Go ahead then. Tell me, what do you think about this movie?
Well, I thought it was pretty obvious, but alright, I guess I'll give it a shot. Look, this movie, no bueno. No bueno. Why? Well, a number of reasons. Okay, for one, this movie does fall because of all the hype around it. Because people went into it, they never experienced really this type of movie before. I mean, there may have been a couple of examples, I guess. I can't really think of any. But certainly none to this degree. And because of all the marketing and everything, people bought into it. So that's why people were on the edge of their seats caring about these characters and what happened to them. But when you really break it down, there's not much to go on except that or nostalgia. Like, it really doesn't, there's not much that really happens in this movie. You don't see the witch. In fact, this movie's very, very slow build up to finally, getting to the climactic point, which is, spoiler alert, a guy standing in the corner of an old house. Like, now you get why that's there, because they do set that up earlier in the movie. However, there's just not much going on with this film. There's not much visually, there's not too much acting-wise, and thankfully it is a small cast, so I'll give it that. But the lore being there or anything else, there's just not enough to really help this movie. This movie was good for its time, but it doesn't really hold up. Now, if you'd seen it back then, I can understand it. Or if you've never seen this type of film, I can see why it might be interesting. But realistically, it's just a slow, dragging, boring movie. And if I have to give it a rating 1 through 10, being that even I was bored, I think I'm gonna give it a 2. I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 10. But that's what I think about it. Apparently, Tnashi thinks something different.
I didn't say I disagree with you. I mean, well, frankly, I do kind of agree with you. I'm just saying that, for its time, for, what they had to work with when it came out, it was very successful, and I can understand the success of it. I can certainly understand that, and look at everything it brought.
Do you really want me to look at every other movie that's attempted to capture the kind of uniqueness that this film had?
So you admit it had uniqueness?
Of course, it was unique at the time, but do we really want to go down this road?
No, probably not. Okay, fine. Anyway, that's our thoughts on it, but what do you guys think about it? Do you guys enjoy this film? Did you see it originally? Have you seen the second one? Have you seen the recent one? Let me know in the comments below. Hopefully you enjoy this vid, and if so, click that like button, share, subscribe to my channel, and watch my other vids. I do appreciate it. And until next time, peace.